Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go a little deeper about this legitimation. Okay. Um, as I told y'all before, y'all, I was really I didn't want to really accept the fact that I guess my mentality was it was distorted when it came to my understanding about it. I'm thinking about the fact that when you're on a child's birth certificate, your name is on the birth certificate, that you have rights to the child. But it's not true. As you saw in my previous video, not here in Georgia anyway. I don't know what all states go deeper than this, with the legitimation process. But now I understand why. Everything I've tried was useless when it came to trying to get my son back. And there is absolutely no way for them to actually see me, recognize me, the state of Georgia, whatever, any court to recognize me as the biological father of my son. They only see me as a legal father, but not biological. But they'll see you as a biological and legal if you're proven by way of DNA genetic testing. And I showed y'all that in the previous video. You can go back and look at some of those codes that I showed y'all in that PDF. But I'm gonna show y'all a couple of codes. And I'm gonna just show y'all. Look right here. It says in whom parental power over the child born out of wedlock lies. Right here. Only the mother of a child born out of wedlock is entitled to the custody of the child, unless the father legitimates the child, as provided in Code Section 19-7-22. Otherwise, the mother may exercise all parental rights over the child. And as you can see, they don't even have no stipulations, no nothing. It specifically just says that. And to be honest, somebody told me this shit years ago. But I'm like, that was before I actually got into studying the actual laws, the state laws, which is what I'm big on telling everybody else now. You got to study the laws in your state. See, what does the law in your state say? And I've been ignoring this shit for years because I'm thinking that's a statutory route. We don't want to see what. Back then, I didn't see statutes as being laws. Because all statutes are not laws. This proves it. That's some bullshit. We gotta start looking up stuff. Look at the definition of a statute. I did videos on that already. It's a compilation of all the laws. How can we say statutes are not laws, but we'll put UCC 1-308 next to our signature? Like that ain't no code. Like codes are not laws. Statutes are not laws. Like what the fuck is this? Look up what a law is. When they create, what it say, like here in Georgia, they say that you can't, that they took away they did away with for an example, the requirement of having a license to carry a gun, Now, if you qualify to have a license, you can carry one. But if without a license, that's a law. So you get caught with one and you're a convicted felon, and you get caught with a gun, your ass going to jail. You can call it a statute all you want to. It's still a fucking law. That's what a statute does. A statute is a compilation of laws. So it's just all the law. That's the UCC codes and commercial, consumer law. You got like I said, uniform commercial law. You got contract law. You got equity. You got all that stuff. All that is all addressed in there. Trust law. All of that you can find in your state statutes. Those are all laws. So just because they say codes or statutes don't make them not laws. They're laws. Back to the point. If I'd have been big on studying the state laws, instead of listening to people on the internet, I would have been able to accept this a lot easier. But I didn't accept it because I'm thinking, I'm on the birth certificate. You've been on the birth certificate it's not good enough. They only see you as a legal father. And I'm gonna show you another code here. There's another code right here where they tell you they define biological father as opposed to a legal father. And I'm gonna show y'all that too. As you see right here, that's code. This is the Georgia code right here. Going down here, it defines it. As used in this code section, the term biological father means the male who impregnated the biological mother, resulting in the birth of a child. Straight to the point. A legal father means a male who has not surrendered or had terminated his rights to the child, and who has legally adopted such child, was married to the biological mother of the child at the time of such child was born, or within the usual period of gestation, unless paternity was disproved by final order pursuant to Article 3 of this chapter. C. Married to the legal mother of such child after such child was born, and recognize such child as his own, unless paternity was disproved by a final order pursuant to Article 3 of this chapter, or has legitimated such child pursuant to this code section. As you see right here, Part D is another reason why I was running. Didn't want to accept the legitimation part. Okay, but it says legitimation. It specifically says you have to legitimately say has legitimate. So once I go through the legitimation process, that's with genetic testing, where they actually test both parties with the child, the mother, the father, and the child. They they do a court order for them to go to a certain place that does DNA testing, and they they test the DNA to confirm whether or not this is the father, whether or not this child was created from his womb, his loins and her womb. Okay, and then you will be recognized as both the biological and the legal father, because then it'll be proven without shadow of a doubt that you are the one that impregnated this mother and created this baby. Okay, but it's not until I actually do that I'll actually be able to have some say so, be able to get a court order to be getting custody and visitation. And that's one of the reasons why I was unsuccessful in the first case, and with the first case. She was going with trying to get child support, custody. She wanted my son's name changed to her last name. She wanted sold everything. Yeah. And it was in some kind of injunctive order. But bottom line is she wanted it all. She wanted total control of everything. And I couldn't stop them from doing anything different. Now I understand why. Because I never went through the legitimation process. I never petitioned the court for genetic testing. I just, they said they wanted to know in writing, do I claim to be the father? I claimed in writing that I am the father. I admit I'm the father. I never disclaimed my son, not once. So that being said, it was, they went forward as if I'm the legal father, trying to see, we can see if we can get him to give the financials up. And from that court case, I wasn't giving no financials, wouldn't give none. I kept rebutting. Okay. And so no court order for child support was filed into that court case at all. So I was not put on child support. But I couldn't get access to my son either. This new case, they got a child support order filed in there only because I didn't go in the building. But I filed an answer to the court case. But I talked about what the results on that case is going to be something bigger than what I'm used to. I ain't going to get into the mechanics of that case. But I'm dealing with it, the opposing party on the private side right now. But anyway, bottom line is, I'm going to go through the legitimation process. The reason why I was dodging the legitimation process is because I knew somebody. I've known not only one person that come to mind, only because he I was hands-on with this guy. But I've known a few guys that go through that too. Anytime you got a custody case, you're going to have child support involved too. So there is never a custody battle, in a court case where child support is not being involved. None. Nobody can ever show me nothing like that. So unless child support is already put in place, but no court order nobody ever deals with a custody battle, and they ain't talking about child support too. So, and I didn't want to get into the scam. I didn't want to get involved in it. So that's probably one of the reasons why I was trying to see this as a statutory route, and I didn't want to, I'm somewhat different now. So now I'm looking to deal with the case a whole lot differently now, because the child support order is not the biggest part of it, because that can be tendered. I'm more so looking at going into the legitimation process, to go ahead and make that happen. That way they can see me as being the lawful father of the child. So go back and check out my earlier video I posted earlier. It's a PDF it gives you all the Georgia codes about this. A PDF where you can actually read it. Came straight from the state of Georgia, the website. It's a government document where they're telling you exactly what they do when it comes to children and fathers exercising their rights. So you might want to look into your state too and see if they have legitimation process going on. Do they have that in place for, as a requirement for you if you don't have access to your kids and you got one of them, baby mamas that want to keep your kid from you and you don't know how to, get the child back. If they got a legitimation process and you haven't done it, that's going to be your problem. So look in your state statutes and see exactly what they say, and then you move accordingly. Move according to what they tell you need to do. So, and I won't get into the tendering process. I won't get into none of that on the internet. But I had somebody go out there trying to expose me for first saying he said he's on child support. He say he on child support. First they were saying I was on child support years ago. Go back into my old case and couldn't find a child support order at all. And then they tried to change his point and saying that I was fighting for custody. It was a custody case and it wasn't child support, and it was both actually. But he didn't want to accept that he took that. He didn't want to accept that he was trying to put the wrong shit out there. He just basically had to change his point, his angle. And then now since I got a new case, and then they filed an order in there on the 11th of last month. It's only for $264, but some child's play. But at the same time, he doesn't understand the angle that I'm taking. He has no idea what I got going on here and what I'm doing here on the private side. He has no idea. So before y'all go to, getting caught up in the internet bullshit with some of these feminine ass dudes that love fucking with people, that like getting on here, causing problems on the internet, y'all might want to, be more mindful. If you on child support, why the hell you get involved in that shit any damn way? You should be trying to get your ass off child support. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be trying to learn some shit from each other. Learning some iron sharpening iron type shit. Not getting on here on some internet shit. That's the same shit the comedians doing. I'm like, these jokers beefing now. Why the fuck they beefing? And we all got the same problem, the same enemy. But anyway, bottom line is I'm getting, so I'm doing things on the private side to get mine, because my biggest issue is not child support. My biggest issue is not having access to my son. My son will be 8 years old this year. So I'd be damned if I'm gonna get caught up in some back and forth with some stupid motherfucker on the internet, because when I have bigger fish to fry. So this is what you need to be worried about if you got legitimation going on in your state, and you got laws about legitimation. Because according to that PDF on my previous video, they say Georgia is one of few states that actually have the legitimation process. So obviously all the states don't do that. So some states do, some don't. So you might want to look in your state to find out what's going on with your state if you have a child that you don't have access to and you've been trying to get your child back. That's your focus. That's the focus you need to be on. Trying to get access to your kids so you can actually father your children like you really want to father your children. So, matter of fact, let me see if I can find a partner of mine that got the same thing going on in Texas. Let me see a legitimation. Legitimation. Let me see, Texas. Paternity. Acknowledgement of paternity. It don't say nothing about legitimation. But I ain't gonna go into that. He gonna have to look his own state up. But I thought look in your state and see what you got going on. Okay, if you hadn't liked and subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Hopefully this information help a lot of y'all that don't know that the legitimation process is the thing that could be holding you back from not having your kids. A partner of mine I talked to, he was married. He was married when his child was born. Okay, his child was not born out of wedlock. However, DNA, he never had DNA testing done through the courts. He did it on his own in private, but not on the record through the courts. So I think it's fair to say that he's in the same boat as me now that he's not married no more. And he's going through the same thing. So if you got the same thing going on and you haven't legitimized the child, you haven't gone through the legitimation process, you might need to look into that and see if your state requires you to do that. Because you're only the legal father. Even when the child's born in wedlock, you're the legal father. Because that's what I just read. It showed y'all what the legal father is. But biological is the only way you can be proved that you're the biological father of a child is through DNA. There's no shadow. There's no doubt at all that child was created from your loins if you go through if you legitimize the child through DNA testing, okay, genetic testing. So just thought I'd throw that out there and hopefully that helps some of y'all that's in the same situation I got going on. And then you can help. I'm gonna be moving forward with a petition myself to petition the courts to go through this here, and so then I'll be able to get MJ back. And so anyway, thought I'd go ahead and get out of here. I'm just ranting now. So see y'all in the next video. Emerald signing out.